Welcome. My name is Keith Hampton, and this call is all about a company that I have been so blessed to be involved with or got to be a customer of for the last 10 years. It's called BitcoinTAF.com, and it has changed my life. I wanted to learn more about the cryptocurrency market. Welcome. My name is Keith Hampton, and apologize for that double feedback there. So I wanted to learn more about the cryptocurrency space, and I wanted to try and find reliable information, people that could give you some honest information with integrity. And that was a real challenge in those early days, and still is for that matter, because I find a lot of the information that's out there on social media and on YouTube are somewhat agendized to people's wanting to make money off of you, basically. And sadly, it costs me a lot of money to try and find people that have honesty and integrity. However, the good news is that I was introduced to a wonderful couple named Marius and Wendy Landman, and together they have changed my life. Marius is a unique individual. He has the uncanny ability to use algorithms, and now even tying in artificial intelligence to be able to macro predict the what's going to happen in the cryptocurrency space with Bitcoin, with the altcoins. And it's really given me good guidance as to when to be laddering in and buying the coins and maybe when to be laddering out, taking some profit, sitting on the side, because the market is volatile. It has big swings. But that's not bad news. That's actually good news. The more volatility we have, the more opportunity we have to make profit, especially when you have these algorithms where you know where we are in the volatility, and you can make decisions as to when to be getting in and when to be getting out. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that we have, this company has to offer, and I'll share my screen, and you'll be amazed at some of the things that we have here for you. Something for everybody is what I would like to say. So just give me a moment. I'll share my screen, and we will get started. So right off the bat here, this is, the Bitcoin chart, and it's based on candles that are every 3 days. So we know, yeah, the trend of the market has been basically running on an upward trend here this last year. And, it's been flowing up and down. And sure, for a long-term holder who just wants to buy and hold it forever, we call them hodlers, you're going to do well. However, for people that want to grow their Bitcoin, you want to be able to get in, at a bottom and be able to get out towards the top and wait, maybe start laddering back in at this stage, take this run, get out, wait for the bottom, ladder back in, and that way you can grow your Bitcoin. So you can take the same number of dollars and then just grow the amount of Bitcoin. And that's really the goal. At the end of the day, we always want to know where we're going. So the question is, are we at the top? Are we headed back down in the bottom cycle? Are we going keep on going to go up, or are we going to go sideways? That's the $1 million question. And honestly, that's the key. Marius's algorithms on his long-term reports gives us guidance as to what exactly is going to be happening in this next 2 to 3 months. And therefore, you can make good decisions. Along with that, we have other abilities to look at the altcoin market as well. So, for example, if you come into our website, bitcointaf.com, sign up for free, doesn't cost anything, and do some research. There's a lot of free training and free information in there as well. And there is a plethora of products available for us to choose from. If you want to be just a long-term investor, you want just good guidance so you know what's going to happen 3 months, 6 months, and 3 years out, that's fantastic. Marius's long-term reports with the altcoins and Bitcoin will really be a benefit to you. However, if you'd like to be able to maybe trade more actively, well, this is where we come in with the training and education. And there's something here for everybody, depending on what style of a trader you are, whether you want to be trading, oh, let's say every 2 to 3 weeks, or down to every 2 or 3 days, or for some who like to trade down into every 10 or 15 minutes. That's the beauty of this company. They have honest, integral information and training and education to help you achieve those goals. So, for example, here we have the long-term reports for Bitcoin. And then there's farther down, we have the Elliott Wave reports for the other altcoins. So that's for long-term investing, where you're 3, 6 months, 3 years type of scenario. If you want to get guidance on trading maybe every 30, 60, 90 days, then we have these medium-term reports. And by the way, all these reports that we or what they deliver also come with weekly webinars that are usually over an hour long and sometimes 2 hours, where we go in depth and explain why we think it's going to be doing this and that and how to be strategizing your plays. So for purely investing purposes, those are excellent courses. They're excellent reports. But along with that, we provide a lot of training and education. So if you want to get better at being able to understand how we read the charts, I would highly recommend that you start out by taking our self-paced foundational course. This will really get you started learning how to use TradingView, how to use some key indicators. And along with that, you will get a custom indicator as a member, and you get it for life just for signing up. So that's the other beautiful thing about them. They offer a lot of free stuff that you don't get anywhere else. But once you've taken that and you really want to grow to the next level, because I would say the foundational course would be like graduating from high school. You've got all the major tools and functions to succeed. But if you really want to become an expert and really become a professional, then I highly recommend this Ultimate Day Trading course. Folks, that course has changed my life. I have done other studies on reports, paid 10 times this amount of money, and got 1/10 of the information. If you complete this course, it's like going through university and getting a PhD. When you're completed it, you could be your own analyst. That's how good it is. It is the most in-depth course you could take. And if you really want to be a student and learn how to be successful in the trading space, I highly recommend it. As I said, we have something for everybody. And also, too, just to help you get started, Wendy Lemon has invented this wonderful little tool called the HODL Fire. Now, this HODL Fire really can help you with your long-term reports by using this indicator, and it's very, very inexpensive. We're only talking $31 a month, and you can try it out for free simply by entering this code HODLFire7 into the order, and for 7 days you can use this on your TradingView account to test it out, to paper trade with it or to real trade with it to find out if it's for you. And I'm going to quickly show you what that looks like. So let me just jump in to a chart. What you have here is a coin called Radium, and I have the tool turned on, and let me just turn it off. So that's what's basically what your chart looks like. Now you can put it on traditional candles, which look like that, but I kind of like to use the Hakanashi candles utilizing this tool. So these are 2-hour candles. And the indicator, what it does is it really helps you determine where the pivot tops are, where the pivot bottoms are, and tops. And you can utilize these to strategize your trading. Now you'll notice at the front here, this pivot bottom is in blue where all the other ones are in black. Well, the reason for that is it's not confirmed 100% that it is the bottom. Technically, it's known as a unconfirmed bottom waiting to be confirmed. So I like to trade this with caution. So what I do is I try and look for a trade where I got a blue bottom, but I'm looking for a buy tag to come right after. And when I have that happen, then I know that the odds are good. So I would enter this trade right about here where this buy tag came in. But we don't know. It's not 100% confirmed. So I always want to do risk management. So then I set a stop loss right just slightly below, or right, yeah, just slightly below that bottom pivot. So at this point in the game, let's say I'm trading $100. Well, I'm only risking 4%. So of that, I'm risking $4 out of the 100. Now, as this coin starts to move up, what I immediately do is I move my stop loss up to break even. Now I'm in a risk-free trade. So if it comes back down, it takes me out. Didn't cost me a thing. Didn't cost me the $4. But as it keeps moving up, I then raise my stop profit or stop loss into a stop profit. Now I do it gradually because you say it's quite volatile, it moves quite. But this way I'm now locked in with a small profit. But ultimately what I'm looking for is a pivot top. And that's when I exit the market. That's how I use this tool. So when I exit right here, then I know I've got a profit. So let's just take a look at this whole ratio. So what we did is we risked about 4% and we earned about 11%. So that's a risk reward ratio of about 3 to 1. Folks, I'll take those kind of trades all day long and grow my, business. Remember, these are only 2-hour candles. So that may have taken place over 12 hours or 24 hours. So again, how I would use the tool today, we have a bottom pivot, we have a buy tag. So I would go in on that buy tag and I would take my position. Second thing I would do is set my stop loss, set my risk. And so I'd be in this trade right now with a risk of only, say, 3.5%. And then as this coin, if it goes down, I lose 3%. Okay. If it goes up, I then move my stop loss to break even. And then as it keeps climbing, I just keep raising my stop profit until I get another pivot top and then I get out. So that's basically how this tool works. So I highly recommend that you give it a try. I think you'd be very, very pleased with how it works. And so that's all I wanted to show you today. And so I wanted to just check, see if you have any questions here. Just bear with me a moment. I'll see if there's anybody that has any questions. And I think we're good. Nope, there's no questions today. So thank you for joining me. And hopefully this will be of some advantage to you. Please take a look and look forward to talking to you next week. Take care.